I went to college where I graduated from St. Thomas in 1994, and one of the things I had to do was go on a ride-along. And I was going to law school. That was the plan. And I went for a ride-along with the Minneapolis Police Department. And I still remember to this day, we went on a call, and there was a little girl there. She was about 5 or 6. And her folks, they had had a domestic, and she wouldn't talk to anyone. And I just sat next to her, and I started talking to her about her dollies and her toys. And then she looked at me, she said, "Are you looking for my daddy?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, he went upstairs." And I was the only one she would talk to. And I went home that night, and I was just laying there, and I said, "I think I know what I want to do." And from that moment on, I wanted to be a police officer more than anything. Diane Nelson, and I'm a sergeant at the Major Crimes Division in Investigations. So I started as a detention deputy in October of 1996. And I was also in the process for licensed at the same time. I got a chance to be a background investigator. I worked court security. And then in about 2001, right before 9/11, I started working in the crime lab as a crime scene investigator. The interesting thing is we had one female crime scene investigator, and so I was only the second one. I left the crime lab in 2014, and I came over as a detective. And during that time, I worked as internal affairs and in investigations. We need women because we're dealing many times with women who are victims of sexual assault, women who are victims of a domestic assault, women who are in a situation where maybe they don't want to deal with a man at that moment. It doesn't mean that my male partners are any less or any more or whatnot, but we look at it as we can be there for that woman because she sees another woman that she feels maybe safe and comfortable with. And so there's a place for all of us. All those women that blazed a trail for me to come and do what I've done in my career, that is because of the history of this department. That is because of the women that blazed a trail to come here. I help people. I help get them through. I help them survive. And that's based on who they are, not so much who I am. I just help them see that they can.